Welcome, everyone. Penalty Box Radio, Justin Bradford here. I'm joined by Egor Afanasyev, the second-round pick last year at the draft, and just really excited to have him on. Egor, thanks for joining me, man.
Hey, Justin. How you doing?
Doing all right here, showing off my nerddom behind me with Star Wars and Marvel. So I wanted to change it up.
Looking great.
Thanks. So it obviously looks like beautiful weather up there, and you're representing Nashville quite well. I hear you do like the colors of the Predators.
Oh yeah, gold looks amazing for sure.
So 1 second, I got to pop open my drink here. This is non-alcoholic, but going with my this is a Flying Cauldron. It's butterscotch beer, and I just figured I'd enjoy one during the interview.
Yeah, for sure.
Ooh, that is sweet. Okay, so this season obviously was a great season for you and everything, and it unfortunately abruptly had to come to an end. Just what are your thoughts on your first season playing in the OHL with the Spitfires? You obviously had a pretty successful season overall.
Yeah, obviously quite a finish, like nobody expected something like that, never happened to me before. I don't think it ever happened to anyone. And obviously it's sad seeing, hockey season coming to an end like that. But, in total, we played over 50 games. And I think with Windsor Spitfires, season went pretty well. We're making playoffs, and I was enjoying my season.
So I gotta ask, where are you right now? Are you in Windsor? Are you over in Michigan right now? Where are you staying at?
I'm in Detroit right now, in Michigan.
All right. So what's it been like up there during this whole process? I don't want to focus too much on it because I'm trying to get people to forget about that for a little bit, but just what's the difference up there in Michigan that you've noticed, and what's life been like?
Man, just everyone kind of trying to sit at home, I'm specifically living with a strength conditioning coach. So, I'm working out 5 days a week, 4 hours a day. So been pretty big couple of months for me. So, just trying to be safe and, at the same time, work out, get better.
Well, it sounds like you're in a better position than some professionals right now, just in terms of having access to workout equipment, that you're at least with a strength and conditioning coach. Some guys live in condos don't even have that.
Yeah. Yeah, no, we usually, we usually like run outside, stuff like that, where's like, you see like just us. So it's been pretty good.
That's awesome. So last night when we were testing this out, you were teasing me with the s'mores. So I gotta ask, because there's so much in terms of like culture and stuff like that, how did you get introduced to s'mores? Like, when is your first time having one? Do you remember?
Man, actually, first time I tried, I'm not gonna lie, but this like literally a month ago. I've been over here. This is gonna be my 4th year over in North America, and this is that's not like that time was first time of it. And yesterday, like I had couple, so I love that stuff.
Yeah, sounds like you're hooked, and you're getting acclimated to a lot of the sweets over in North America, especially because, I mean, we talked about Tim Hortons back in November, the apple fritter and everything. Do you still get those?
Oh yeah, that was. Oh yeah, that was a routine. I was switching up sometimes, but 99% of the time that was what I getting.
Oh man! So if you did have to switch up your order, what was your other go-to donut?
The specialty donuts, the one with sprinkles and stuff. We got like at our arena in Windsor, we actually got our like Windsor Spitfire donut. So that's what I would get sometimes.
Dude, I missed that. I need to have one just to say I have.
Yeah, it's very good. Yeah.
Oh man, well, we had a lot of fans ask questions through Twitter and through Facebook, and I wanted to give them an opportunity to ask some questions as well, because you've played in so many different places, whether it's playing overseas, you've been in North America, you played different levels of juniors and everything too. And so this one comes from Daniel, and he's asking, who is the funniest teammate you have played with, and why?
Okay. I've been having a lot of like funny teammates, obviously, throughout the years, but like probably in North America, last year in Muskegon, Egor Afanasyev, he's pretty hilarious kid. This year in Windsor Spitfires, I had Joe Rupoli. He's a year older than me, and Curtis Douglas. Those two guys are absolutely hilarious. In the locker room, on the ice during the game, all the chirps and stuff. They're the first ones who's yeah. It's just just sometimes like just listening to them what they're talking about to other people and stuff. It's so funny.
So you spoke of Egor Larionov, and obviously it's not the one that some may be familiar with. It's the younger Egor Larionov that you know.
Yeah,
so,
the junior, yeah.
The junior. So he asked a question on Twitter as well, which is, one, please say your name the way it's supposed to be said.
Yeah. So in Russian, it's Egor Afanasyev. And when I came to United States, everybody started calling me Igor because my name is written and in Russian, letter E is yeah. So that's how it all started. It all started like Igor, So, and I don't know. I guess I just got used to it, and now everybody calls me Igor, and I kind of like it. So, yeah.
Well, that makes sense why there's some websites that have the Y on there, and some websites don't. That explains.
Yes, that's right.
Okay.
That's how it all started. Yeah, it all started in Little Caesars.
So that explains then too why Egor Larionov is Igor with an I, and you're supposed to be Igor.
Yes, that's right. Yes.
Perfect. Okay. So he also asked the question too of which one's your favorite.
Which one's what?
Your favorite Igor.
Oh, my favorite Igor is Egor Larionov, but you guys guess which one?
Oh.
Yeah. Because there's two, right? So yeah.
That's good. That's good. So let's see. Another question that came in is, this one came in from Boyd. Is there anyone, especially when you were younger, per se, that when you were growing up, that you tried to model your game after at all?
You always look up to guys like Ovechkin, Kovalchuk, these superstars. But I feel like when you get close to the draft, just like analyzing the game and stuff, I've been and after I got drafted by Nashville, by this organization, I just start looking deeper, into Nashville's players. And I obviously love the game of Forsberg, Johansson, just how smart they're playing, their deception with the puck and stuff like that. I love how Grimaldi plays, very aggressive in plays, and just they're having fun, and I love that kind of game. But for me, it's I'm a big body, so I can play either game. I can play, whatever coach needs from me. I can hit, I can score if he needs me. So, but I love Forsberg, Johansson, these guys. They're very skilled.
Well, I think people are really starting to realize that too, that you have a big body, but you have a ridiculous snipe of a shot as well, which is pretty awesome to see.
Thank you. I work on it a lot.
This is me just kind of, fanboying a little bit, but dude, you're built for the NHL with your body type and your shot and everything. You just have the skill set for being in the bigs. So everybody's excited about that.
Justin. Thank you. Yeah.
For sure, man. So we talked about it a little bit. I know I'm jumping around here too, but your game day routine consisted usually of getting Tim Hortons, getting an apple fritter. Are there any other things? Because Jeffrey is asking what your game day routine consists of. So we know about Tim Hortons. Is there anything else that you just had to do on game days?
I think the Tim Hortons thing, it's the last thing before pretty much, before warm-ups and stuff. Mm-hmm. But, before that, for example, this year in Windsor, we had the breakfast place called Jerry and Jenny's. So we would go, we would wake up 9 o'clock, 9:45, 10, we would go to the rink, have a little stretch, maybe a little 15-minute morning skate, pregame skate. And we would go, a lot of guys, most of the team would go to that Jerry and Jenny's place by the rink. Get a breakfast, and then you come home, take 2-hour nap, hour and a half. Sometimes depends how I played. Sometimes I switch it up, but yeah, it's pretty much like that. And then I wake up, eat my meal, go Tim Hortons, get some Tim Hortons, and go warm up and play. So it's, it's pretty simple every day. It's the same thing.
I think that's what threw me off when I was in Windsor back in November, because the Tim Hortons is attached to the arena. I'm just sitting there with my dad, and you come up and you're just standing
Yeah,
in line with everybody else just to get your titties.
yeah, yeah. That's to be honest, it's awesome that we have that thing over there because
It's
it's
pretty
very
cool.
comfortable. You know, yeah. Sometimes like before practice, for example, if you want to get coffee, you just come upstairs, get Tim Hortons, and you get your coffee before practice.
So another game day routine. This one's from Eamon or Eamon. Hopefully, I'm not saying his name wrong, but obviously, guys in hockey, what's the optimal tape job? Like, do you tape all the way to the toe? Do you leave a lot of the toe open? How about to the heel? What's your tape job like?
So my tape job, I did 2 tape jobs this year. I'll tell you later about what I did in Muskegon. That was very funny. So yeah, I'll start with Muskegon one. In Muskegon, I think for probably around 20, 30 games, I did the zebra. So I was literally taping like the zebra. Like I would leave the space between the tape. But obviously, like the opposite team would chirp me, but I absolutely loved it. I don't know why. And this year I went more like casual. I just tape the whole blade. Maybe sometimes leave a little space at the end, but usually full tape to fill the puck.
So what's the weird, aside from that zebra one? What's the weirdest tape job you've seen from somebody else?
Man, the zebra one probably that was the weirdest one I had. Yeah, I've seen Pasternak in NHL doing that, but he did it with a black tape job, and I did it with the white, so it looked even worse
Oh man.
for me.
Hey, anything
And
to try to throw a goalie off.
yeah, yeah, exactly. And Gusev from New Jersey,
Oh
there
yeah.
he did the zebra too. So not a lot of players I've seen.
Oh man. So I know your career is still fairly young. You're still building, obviously, but Corbinian is asking, what is your favorite hockey moment so far of your career?
My favorite hockey moment. It's a good question. Probably and stuff winning shoot. Back in Russia in 14. It was like, and we won the Russia and with my team with CSK, and it was just like we're crying and stuff like that. It was just
And I'm sure there's going to be even bigger moments coming for you soon, because Lauren is asking, just what are you looking forward to most about experiencing a regular season game at Bridgestone Arena here in Nashville? I know you got a preseason game in to get some experience with training camp and everything, but to really just take the ice for the first game of your pro career, what are you looking forward to most?
obviously, if Nashville is gonna give me a chance, obviously I want to use that chance, prove them that I can be there on a regular basis. Talking like Nashville winning Stanley Cup, I think it's all about Nashville having won the Stanley Cup. So obviously that would be coming in, bringing all my positive. That's going to be a goal.
For sure. And I know you talked about it before, but that experience that you had to at least get a preseason game in before getting assigned back to Windsor with training camp and everything, going through rookie camp, what was that like, just to skate in an arena like that with that kind of crowd?
It was amazing. First fans, man. First preseason game, so it was nearly 18,000 fans were there.
Just about 17. Yeah, so you're about right.
Yeah, so it was man, it was so crazy. Like I was literally, before the national anthem, like warm ups, kind of humbling and stuff. But when you come out,
Let's kind of change gears here, because we're talking a lot about hockey, but I want to give people an opportunity to really get to know you and
yeah,
about just culture and everything as well. And I was telling you last night that there's this thing called Gacha Munch
yeah,
here in Nashville, where they do foods from different countries. They have someone that's actually here in the U.S. in Nashville from these countries preparing foods for people. And the one coming up in about a month is from Russia.
yeah.
And so I don't even know if I know how to pronounce some of these things, but a couple of the dishes that are going to be featured, one of them is called miaso kartoshkoy. Does that sound familiar?
Mashed with potatoes, but it's probably probably gonna be baked in a Russian way, maybe. That's what I'm thinking about.
Yeah, it says it's a beef stew.
Yeah. So it's gonna be pretty good, that's for sure.
It looks good in the picture. And there's this other one. It's a salad. It's a fashirovani karbachki.
Yes.
I think I'm butchering the name here, but the fashirovani karbachki, a salad.
Yeah. So it's fashirovane kabachki. So
Okay.
I think it's an eggplant, right?
Yeah.
Yes. So it's
Okay. And then
gotta try it out.
then there's these dish. It's a grilled zucchini with blend of feta cheese and walnuts. It's called Salat Masini.
Oh, Samashi, yeah, it's man, all that stuff. It's obviously like gonna be different for you, but
Sure.
it's so good for sure.
And then the last thing is for dessert. It's charlotka, which is apple, pear, and cinnamon, is what it looks like.
Oh, that's probably might be one of my favorites, to be honest.
Oh boy, I'm gonna have to give you my review.
Oh yeah, for sure.
So there's another thing too with food, because everyone's stuck at home, and I'm really into trying obviously foods from different countries and cultures, and just trying to learn more and more about food. And I'm trying to get this box of like snacks from Russia. What are some things that you would suggest if someone had to try the perfect snacks from Russia? What would you recommend?
Man, probably, all the time when like my parents go to Russia and stuff, and then they come back, I always ask them for chocolate, because I think chocolate is just straight chocolate is the best in Russia. I absolutely love it. And there's one thing called in Russian it's zephyr, so here it's like marshmallow, but marshmallow with like chocolate glaze around and like a little like brownie inside. So that's the best thing ever.
Oh man. Okay. Well, I'm excited to try a bunch of these stuff, and I'll report back to you, because I'm trying.
Yeah.
I want to try all these different things, especially from like hockey countries. So I want to try Russia. I want to try Finland, Sweden, try to get all these countries covered and everything, because there's so many unique things, and then report back to these players of like, hey, I tried this and this was great, or this was awful.
Yeah, absolutely. No, most of the things probably, my like feel and taste like weird for you, but I'm telling you, 90% of the times it's going to be new and it's going to be good.
Oh yeah, and I think Russia is one of those. It's like multiple countries too. Things get stereotyped so much for people that they only think of certain dishes, when it's such a large country too, that there's such a variety of dishes depending on the part of the country you're in, even as well. When you're in a country, every region's going to have different foods.
Yeah. No, I absolutely agree with you.
So, okay, and I know we've talked about
it's all good.
When we had you on the radio too, just about like pop culture and movies and things like that. So I got to ask a follow-up. Have you watched Russian 5 yet?
I haven't watched it yet. Nope.
You're slacking.
I do. I'll be honest. I do. I've been watching a couple like shows. The shows are coming out. Ozark. I watched the Prison Break. Stuff like that, and I guess I forgot about that one.
Well,
I'll be honest with you. Yeah.
So I got more information, because with the pause and everything, we had the director of the film actually watch the show live with us, and he gave us this behind the scenes stuff, because he had to go to Russia to interview Sergei Fedorov. And Fedorov comes in thinking it's going to be a 20-minute interview, and the director's like, no, man, we need 4 hours.
Yeah.
Sergei's like, I'm a busy guy. What do you mean 4 hours?
Yeah.
So I think you'll like it. And then obviously the senior Egor Larionov is in it as well.
Yeah. I know that, obviously. I heard a lot about this movie. To be honest, like you said today, I should right away come home and just watch it.
Yeah, no more slacking. No more, especially you're in Detroit. You're in you're in hockey town.
Exactly. Yeah. No. I'll watch it today. I promise you.
So getting back to hockey and everything, you sent me a video too. what have you been practicing during the off season right now too, just in terms of you've been working out and everything, but you sent me this video of you getting shots off, so it looks like at least you're still able to at least do some hockey style workouts too, right?
Yeah, definitely. Everything, we work a lot on stability right now, a lot of core just to get stronger in total. So for next year I can get ready to jump to another level. And obviously, shots, stick handling, stuff like that. We're doing a lot of sprints to increase my speed, increase my power. So yeah, I've just been productive for couple of months already.
And you get asked this a lot too, just because you and Philip Tommasino taken 1-2 by the Predators in the draft, and both of you had really good seasons this year as well. And you've talked before too, and you got to know each other, your friends and everything. Think about in maybe 2-3 years time about you guys potentially being on a line together in Nashville. How exciting is that for you to think about?
I mean, I'll be honest, just thinking about the NHL, playing there, actually, it's just a dream. Look, hard work in front of me. It's just honoring to play there, but play with Tommasino, with my friend in the same line, like you said, hopefully like winning a Stanley Cup together, something like that's a dream for sure.
That's a pretty good dream. I think the fans here will appreciate that dream.
Yeah, no, it's it's a dream, and we'll have to do anything to make it come true, bring everything. So.
Well, that's one thing that I think everybody's learned about you. And even when I asked Jeff Kelty just about you as well, when he had availability a few weeks ago, is that your compete level is just throughout the roof, and just can hear from your honesty, even after the game in November, which was just a regular season game, just your honesty and your compete level, which is just pretty awesome to see that you want to be the best and you want to win, and you're a team player, but you want to do whatever it takes, and you're willing to quote unquote not call out a team member, but you're willing to put the pressure on to make sure everybody's doing their job, which is a great show of leadership as well.
Yeah, it's I obviously hate losing. I'll be honest, but it's compete sport. You gotta compete. Gotta try to be the best. Gotta do all these things. Like I said, a lot of work, man. A lot of work. To get better and stuff. And in the same time, not a lot of time. So just gotta take something out of each day.
For sure. And so before I have to let you go, we did have another question come in, and this one is also from Eamon, and this is about NHL uniforms. So let's just go ahead and get the Predators one out of the way, so you don't have to feel like you have to say Predators. So aside from the Nashville uniform, what are some of your favorite NHL uniforms that are out there or have been out there in the past?
Yeah. So obviously, probably everyone who knows me knows that I'm a huge fan of the They're great. The reason why I started playing hockey. And obviously, back in 10, 15 years ago when the Atlanta Thrashers was a team, their third alternative jerseys with the big play, and it's like black, orange, and yellow jerseys. These jerseys were amazing. And another one, you said don't say anything about Nashville, but I will say I like the old one with the Predator, like big Predator on the chest, and it's like that very rare yellow color. You know what I'm talking about?
Mustard jerseys.
Yes, that's right. I don't know why, but I absolutely love them.
Dude, you are really digging deep into the history right now too. I mentioned the Thrashers and the Preds mustard jerseys.
Yes.
People are going to appreciate that.
And yes, no, Atlanta Thrashers though. Those, yeah, I remember I had that jersey when I was younger.
Oh man, Kovalchuk put him on the map like that. That's for sure.
Yeah, definitely.
So Igor, I appreciate you joining us here, and obviously a beautiful day up there in Michigan. So we're glad you could be outside to get some fresh air because we all need that right now. But thank you so much for your time. Really do appreciate it, and just stay well. Cannot wait to see where your career goes. Everybody's rooting for you, and big thanks to the Spitfires as well, just for all their availability that they make for the players. And yeah, wishing you the absolute best to all this, and we're just ready for the fall for hockey to be back.
Yeah, thank you so much, Justin, for having me. Obviously, it was a lot of fun as always, talking to you and stuff. But yeah, same. I can't wait, to hear when the season's gonna start and stuff like that. But just try to take this time and get ready.